I typically like to review things that are electric, that are on 2 wheels, sometimes 3 wheels. I even like things that have 4 wheels, but oddly enough, this doesn't have any. They're electric glasses. And I know that seems really weird. Why would I be reviewing or making a video about a pair of sunglasses on my YouTube channel when it's primarily focused on electric bikes? And that's because these are very much cycling glasses. Whether you're pedaling on your own power or you're pedaling under electric power, I think these would actually be even more useful for that. But do glasses from the future really have any benefit? Do they actually work? I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing behind the screen, because what you're seeing is not at all what my vision looks like right now. I'm cruising along on my electric chopper motorcycle. I've got smart artificial intelligent sunglasses on. This feels like the future. Now, because it's so hard to describe what these glasses are like to wear, I had a couple of friends, I asked them if I could record them putting them on for the first time, and I didn't tell them what they did. And this is what their reactions were. All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. What am I looking at?
All right, let's see what you think.
Oh.
Oh, he says.
What are you looking at?
But he can see us. Oh.
Stuff.
I've got the day and the date. I don't know.
Not so sure about these, huh?
I don't know how to select anything.
You just put the glasses on, and I just want to see what you think. Just put them on.
Oh my. It's so futuristic.
And honestly, I felt the same way. It was a little bit of an amazement. It was a little bit of, what does this mean? What do these do? What's the benefit? But initially, there's just a little bit of a shock factor of what am I even looking at? And that's the funniest part. Even though there's text displayed on these lenses right in front of my face, the first thing everybody does is start looking around various places and seeing how it reacts to their vision. So I'm gonna put an overlay on the screen. Now I'm having to do this in editing because there's no way for me to record what I'm actually seeing because I don't have a camera in my eyeball. We're not quite that advanced yet, but I'm gonna do my best to give you a visual of what it looks like. So if I press this button on the right-hand side one time, it will snap a photograph of whatever I'm looking at. There is a camera right in the middle here. Now, if I hold it down for just a few seconds, then instead of a picture, we're going to get a video. So as I look around, these visuals stay with me, whether I look in the sky, and I can see it even if I'm looking directly up at blue sky. I can see it if I'm looking at the road, I'm looking at the ground. It feels really weird. So on the top of the screen, I have the time of day, which the clock is not accurate for some reason. I don't know why. Next to that, I have a battery percentage. That is the percent of the glasses themselves. So we're sitting right at 85% at the moment. On the left-hand side, it says remaining battery. So it's saying riding bike 6 hours and, what is that, 48 minutes. So what I just experienced is one of the problems, maybe not with the glasses, but maybe with me. It takes a little bit of getting used to. You're looking at the real world outside, and you're focusing on the road, on the trees, everything around you. And then I feel like you kind of have to change your focus to look at the text that's on the screen, even though it's always at the same distance in front of you. But anyway, it says battery remaining I assume it's an estimate if I was riding a bike, because you can select from the app on your phone what sort of activity you're doing. One thing I realized just now is that the button for the camera for motorcycle riding would be better on the left side, because I gotta let go of the throttle. So if I want to film this right now, I hold this for a couple seconds and then let go. And now I'm recording from the glasses what I'm seeing firsthand in 4K, or at least there's options for that, and it will be a longer time frame as well. So my glasses are not a production set. They are a prototype that Lawk sent me to test out. So some of the features that they're advertising unfortunately don't work on mine. And I'm only telling you that so you know that I can't test them and I can't say this is how well it worked. So I'm only going to tell you what they do. So mine can film video, and for some reason I'm limited to 15-second clips, which is slightly annoying, but it's better than nothing. I'm going to try and integrate those into this video as much as I possibly can so you can see what the video quality is like and kind of what the experience is like. I'm going to pull off to the side here. 1002 and 1003. Is that long enough for a video? There we go. So let's say I want to use these glasses while riding a road bike and getting some exercise. You can connect via your phone and the glasses, say a heart monitor or some sort of smartwatch. And then you can have your heart rate showing up on screen in front of you. So you're not having to look at a watch, you're not even having to look down at your phone. You're kind of just having to change the focus on where you're looking at any given time to see that number. Let's say you're riding something like this motorcycle that I'm on right now, and you're using it for, let's say, food delivery. The production version of these glasses are supposed to have built-in ChatGPT. Now, the AI portion of mine, again, isn't working, so I can't test that. But the navigation part is. So I can go on my phone, I can put in an address, and then I can get turn-by-turn directions on screen. So it will tell me, go X amount of miles or feet or whatever the distance is, and then make a left turn on such and such street. And the reason I brought up food delivery is if you're doing something like that where you're going to a lot of different addresses, different places, the concept is instead of even having to pull out your phone and type it in, with the swipe on the right-hand side of the glasses, because it has voice commands, I can say, take me to 123 Main Street, Grass Valley, and then the directions are gonna pop up right in front of my eyes, which I think is a really cool, useful thing. And not only can you talk to the glasses, but they can talk back. In addition to the camera that's forward-facing, these glasses also have Bluetooth communication built in. So I have audio just above my ears, and of course there's a built-in microphone. So I can take calls on these glasses. If I want to sit somewhere quietly and watch a YouTube video on electric bikes or electric motorcycles, I can do that without my phone blasting out sound. It's just coming out from the earpieces on the glasses. And the audio actually sounds pretty good. I haven't tried it with a lot of wind noise. I'm sure that's gonna make it a little bit harder to hear. I guess you could be listening to a podcast or something while you're riding. But I tried watching a YouTube video, listening to the audio coming through the glasses, and it was perfectly clear. It's not quite the same as having earbuds in, because you still have the noise around you. They're not blocking off your ears at all, which I think is the safe way to go. I wouldn't recommend putting earbuds in generally while riding a bike, but it does feel like you have speakers just right next to or close to your ears. So that's the best way I can describe it. It does sound pretty good. If I swipe back on the right-hand side of the glasses, I can get to selecting a type of activity, whether that's gonna be running, cycling, some other sort of sport event. but you do have to use the phone at that point to select something. Swipe one more time, and that is supposed to be the AI chat function, where I can just talk back and forth, ask it questions, and they're using ChatGPT for that. So it's pretty advanced. It's not perfect, of course, because it's relying on whatever information it has. If I swipe again, that sets me, it says tap the capture button to take a photo, but I can do that any time, so I don't know why I need to be on that particular screen. One more time is music. My podcast's on Spotify, so you could listen to that. And then swiping once again, I have basically a little menu that's showing up, and it's the weirdest thing. I wish I could, I'm gonna do my absolute best to explain what I'm seeing here. So I'm gonna draw in the sky what I see. So here we have touch bar, recording, the time, percentage of battery. It says double tap is a confirm or open. Triple tap is to cancel or close whatever screen you're on. The only downside to these so far is that people are gonna think I'm nuts pointing at things up in the sky. Then we have swipe is switch options. That's kind of the backwards or forward swipe. Then we have long press is the AI start. Down on the bottom here, I have capture button, double tap capture, and long press for record. All of this is extremely visible. It's not hard to see any of this at all. It definitely is brighter indoors, but the brightness is adjustable. I have no idea if the 360 camera will pick up what I'm seeing at all, but I suppose I can try. This is what I get to see. I'm gonna go nice and slow because I have no idea at what point, because I got two eyes, this is one lens, I have no idea if this is gonna show anything at all. So in the off position, could I see myself wearing these as just normal everyday sunglasses? As far as the lens and clarity, yes. I don't feel like there's anything blocking my eyes or obstructing my vision that much more than a normal pair of glasses. They're quite comfortable as far as that goes. Some people are probably going to point out at some point in this video that I'm not wearing a helmet. And there is a reason for that. By the way, I went very slow everywhere I went. I tried every single helmet that I own, and I unfortunately could not get these glasses to fit underneath any helmet, whether that was a full face motorcycle helmet or just a standard bicycle helmet. Everything I have, the frames were too thick. Now, if you look at these are pretty fat, and they have to be. I mean, there's a charging port basically right here. Here's the speakers right here. I've got that camera button right there. I've got a power button here. There's batteries inside of these, of course. You've got all the rest of the electronic hardware. Now, the front of it doesn't seem to be an issue. It's just the fact that the frames are so thick. Now, if I was looking for some sort of cool tech like this, I don't know that that would be a deal breaker. I might hunt around and I would find a helmet that fits. I'm sure that I could, but I'd have to try several on. People are gonna notice that there's something up with your glasses. They're gonna realize that these are not ordinary sunglasses. They probably won't realize what they do. They might just think that they have built-in speakers or a camera, but the fact that there's an entire screen living in front of your face, I don't think people are gonna guess that for sure. So are we ready for the future? Are we ready to have screens in front of our eyes at all times? I don't know, but the fact is, they're here now. These are on Kickstarter right now for $349, I think it was. I'll put a link in the description if you wanna go check them out and learn more about them. Do they make sense for electric bikes? I think if these can integrate with an app on my electric bike and tell me how much range I have left, if they can give me turn-by-turn directions somewhere, if they can tell me my current speed on screen without having to look down at the display that's on the bike, what it's doing is allowing you to keep your eyes on the road instead of looking down. And that might seem like a very minute thing, and it is. I mean, we've been looking down at our dash in our cars since we've started driving effectively. But I look at it this way. This type of HUD technology, a heads-up display, is something that the military uses in their most advanced fighter aircraft. And they are always trying to do whatever gives them the most advantage over their adversary. So because of that, I think heads-up technology must be better for the person that's using it. Is it worth $349? I think that's a decision you'll have to make.